Double Friends is at 8:30. First on 4, award-winning documentary maker Soria Samora travels to Ethiopia and discovers what living with hunger really means.
This is a film about hunger. 20 years after 1 million people died in the famine, more than 7 million Ethiopians still face a daily battle just to find enough to eat. To understand why and what it's like to live on the edge of starvation, I'm going to live in an Ethiopian village for the next month. I'll have no food, water, or money of my own. This is my breakfast. And these flies, of course, helps balance the diet. Gives the extra nutritious values that are lacking. Well, that's how we eat here. What's up? It's coleslaw, eh? This is my last supper. Outside the capital, millions are struggling to survive on what they farm, and it's just not enough. Most are dependent on food aid. From tomorrow, I am going to be living like an ordinary Ethiopian villager. That's enough. This is I grew up in a rather poor family in Sierra Leone, but frankly, living in London for the last 10 years has made me soft. I mean, I've got to do justice to this because this is very well my last meal. So I'll make sure I enjoy this. I weigh 16.5 stone and have become a total stranger to hunger. Wow. This tastes really nice. I am going to stay in Kerkos, a village 2 days away in the remote north. A recent Save the Children report estimated that 500,000 people here were totally destitute. It also warned that 2.5 million more, well over half the population, faced starvation if the crops failed. But I have no idea what to expect. I don't even speak the language. Thank you very much for hosting me in your village. I'm a Seginelo. Brahanu is Kerkos' village elder and the first to offer me shelter. I'm told the other villagers are scared of strangers, even though I'll be here all alone as the film crew won't be staying in the village with me. When I arrive at Brahanu's home and meet his family, they too seem apprehensive and suspicious. Salam. The only people who are friendly are his niece Tatu and his daughter. What's name? Name?
Wezer.
Wezer. I've brought my share of beans and wheat so that my presence will not affect the amount of food the villagers have to eat. Even when we settle in for the night, Brahanu and his family remain shy and just stare at me silently. This is wheat. This is what I've been given for supper. In fact, this is the first food I've had all day, but I'm a bit excited at the moment, so I'm kind of okay. I haven't drank any water since I came here, but I'm kind of okay at the moment. When I wake up the next morning, it's far from okay. Because of all the animals and excrement, the flies are rampant. It's Sunday, and so it's off to church. Kerkos is a profoundly Christian community and home to a 5th century Orthodox church. Brahanu's told me the best way to be accepted here is to prove I'm a Christian by kissing the Bible. But when I tried, the church attendant runs away. Then chaos breaks out. I'm amazed to find myself standing next to someone who can speak English in the village.
Is this to do with us?
Yes.
They are worried, very worried, because they say he is very, very tall and also he is white. When we see him, we became afraid.
So I am like a curse.
Yeah,
bad.
The villagers are shocked by my size. They equate fat with terrifying greed.
ምንድን ነው ስናወራ የነበረው? የመልኩንስ እየተገለጸ ኑሯል። ሰው የሚበላ ነው አሉ የሚሉ ማሉ ሰምቻለሁ እኔ በጆሮዬ።
ምንድን ነው የባሰ ማለ ጭራሽ ትርትፋቱ ሰውነቱ ሌልኛል አይተናል። መጥቆር አይደለም እኛን የሚበሽተን እንዴት ነው አመጣጡ እንዴት ነው ብሎ የመጠየቁ ሁኔታ አጥሮ ነው ያልተማረ መሆን እንጂ ይሄ ያለ
እንደምን አደራችሁ?
እንደምን አደራችሁ ነው የሚለው።
I come from London, but I am an African and I am one of you. The reason why I'm here is to get the rest of the world to understand your story. I am here to simply try and tell your story. Maybe I look too big, but if you caught me, it's the same blood that you have, that's what I have.
ፈርቶ ነበረ አሁን ተረዳው አየ አመነ እንግዲህ ምን ችግር አለው ጉዳያችን ጥቅምና ጉዳታችን ሌላ የሚያሰቀቀን ነገር የለም
I'm accepted into the community. Even so, no one is yet prepared to offer me a roof over my head. So for now, it's back up the hill to Brahanu's. No one is any more friendly. All I've eaten today is a piece of bread at the church. The camera crew is staying in Lalibela, a town nearly 40 kilometers away. They drive off for dinner, and I face my second night here all alone.
It's really looking tough. I know it was going to be difficult, but I wasn't expecting it's going to be this tough. But I have no doubt that this story is really worth it. It's reality.
I am very hungry when we finally have injera, homemade bread, with bean sauce and some boiled water. By this stage, I'm grateful for anything. It's Monday morning, and today I'm expected to help in the fields.
Tell you what, I'm really lucky to be having all this this morning, because not every family in this region get all this. This is bean sauce and injera. This is what they eat before they go to the farm, and now that we're getting ready to go to our farm, that's what we have in fasting. Thank God, I'm a lucky man.
Brahanu has more than one field and can afford to hire people to help him weed. It's August, the month when villagers walk in the fields from dawn to dusk. This is teff, a kind of grass used to make injera. The land looks fertile, but the soil is poor and overused. The villagers mistake my size as a sign of strength, but believe me, I'm already feeling weak.
I've just been walking a few hours with these people, and I'm kind of really, really tired now. I'm knackered. There's no doubt that my energy level is going down, maybe because of the lack of proper balanced diet. But what is really amazing is the fact that these people are still going on. They seem really, really up for it. I mean, they have the stamina to go on. The old man, Brahanu, I don't know where they get this energy from.
With nothing to eat since breakfast, I've only managed 4 hours.
Maybe I'm just another lazy African. I mean, that's why I do admire these guys. They're really amazing.
After work, I could kill for a Coke. Though the river acts as a sewage system for the village, everyone drinks from it. I have been warned not to drink the water without boiling it, but I'm desperate. Tatu and Wiser bring me flowers. At first, I'm touched till I realize I'm meant to eat them. Absolutely nothing goes to waste here.
I need to eat a bucket full. What these two taste like? Nice. You eating more than us.
I eventually walked for 6 hours with nothing to eat apart from a few flowers. At last, at 7, there's injera and bean sauce. I wake hungry at 6. There's injera with bean sauce again for breakfast.
Oh, that's the... Slowly, my transformation is taking place. This is from an olive tree, and this is what the villagers use as their toothbrush. It's kind of interesting because it seems to be doing its job. That means...
Getu, my friend from the church, takes me round the village. People here are subsistence farmers, but during the rainy season, no crops are ready to harvest. The government provides food aid, but there's not enough. Last year, the government received over 723,000 metric tons of food from the international community, but only distributed 581.5 thousand of it. I meet another villager, Balai. I am shocked by how small and undernourished his children look.
Why not take them to the hospital?
Balai gets food aid, but it's run out. The government allows the minimum of 12.5 kilograms of grain per person monthly, but Balai got that for his entire family, and he has 8 kids.
How does he feel when they don't have enough to eat at all?
ልቢ ሰባን ያደክማን ቁጭ እንዳሉት ዝም በሉ አትነሱ ይላል ያው ሆዲ መቼም ጦም ባዶ እንዳይሆን ነው እንጂ ክረምቱን ጎመን ይበላል
I want to know what this wild cabbage is that I'm told so many people are living on. It turns out to be a weed, and I go scavenging for it with Balai. It grows everywhere, even amongst their crops. Balai has a tiny plot by his house and another small field for plowing. I help Balai's son get away. He looks about 12, but he says he's 18.
The skill, the energy, the strength, I mean, how did you master this? Because I can't. How many hours a day do you plow? 7 in the morning to 6?
Oh.
Are there times when you come to the farm without eating?
After plowing, I help Balai and his family weed their crops.
Even now, knowing that I've eaten better breakfast than this old man and the wife, I don't seem to have that energy to go on at all. It's incredible the way they put up with this every day. This is the first battlefield against hunger, and they just got to find that extra willpower to go on.
I've only been in the village 4 days, but I'm exhausted from lack of food and already losing weight. I'm shocked by how the villagers survive on so little food aid. As I move on to another part of the village, I'm not so sure if I'm going to make it to the end of the first week, let alone the end of the month.
Come on, houses. Your owners could save money on their home insurance by switching to eSure. They think you have to wait for your renewal date? You don't. They don't think they'd save money? You could. On average, eSure customers save £88.
You're mad talking to houses.
Calm down, dear. It's a commercial.
Hello, Mum.
You can save money or waste money. For cheaper home insurance, call eSure on 0845 045 3000 or save an extra 10% at esure.com.
The men who built the modern world.
It was a genuine experiment, but on a truly mammoth scale.
Risking reputations and lives to create a revolution. The dangerous obsessions of the Men of Iron. A new series starts Monday at 9 on 4.
I've been in Kerkos just over a week, and though I've felt hungry and weak, I didn't realize I was having it good. My new family is even poorer than the Brahanus, and I arrive at my new home with no idea of what I'm going to eat from now on.
This is not looking too bad. I mean, less flies. Got a bed here. Wonder if it will carry my weight. Should. I've lost a bit. Bit of shitty business here. There's cows and this looks like dogs. So got a bit of cleaning to do. But contrast, you know, the rich guys, you know, are filthy rich. And the poorer guys have got less shit.
Like the Balais, the Alamnos received 2 months' worth of food aid and collected it the week before I arrived. Mrs. Alamno shows me what's left.
How long do you think this is going to last you? How many kilos were you supplied? If this is going to finish within the next couple of days, what are you going to eat then?
When Bahani's husband, Alamnu, comes home, he tells me about everyday life in the village.
እየሞቱ ነው በራብ እየሞቱ ነው ህፃናት ወይ አውከይ ሙታለች እኔ ራሴ እህት ሙታለች
What happened to her?
ርቧት ተሰዳ ራያ ሄደ ከራያ ነፍሰ ጡር ናት ልጇም ሞተ እሷም ሞተ ወልዳው የራቡ ስሜት በሽታ አጠቃት ልጇም እሷም ሞቱ ቀበሩ
It's my first night, and it's not easy to have fun.
Football club, Manchester United. David Beckham, you play football.
We eat injera with bean sauce. Well, at least it's not wild cabbage. Brahanu takes me to the local market town of Bilbala, 7 kilometers away. People walk here from Kerkos to collect their food aid. We go and see the local administrator, Zemet, who decides who gets food aid in Kerkos. I want to know why so many people aren't getting what the government claims.
The government has given you guidelines, as to how much quota you should give. 12.5 per person. Why don't you just stick to that?
ለአንድ ሰው 4 ጉቺ የማንሰጥበት ምክንያት ህዝባችን በቁጥር ሲመጣ ወደ 8942 አካባቢ ነው የሚሆነው። ከዚያ መካከል የሚመጣው ቦታ በእንግዲህ ከአንድ ሺህ እንኳን በታይ ነው የሚመጣ። ይህንን እየታየ መንግስት በቂርዳታ እያደረስኩ እየተከፋፈለ ነው ከሆነ ይሄ ስህተት ነው። መንግስት ይሆናል ስህተቱ።
The government's Disaster Prevention and Preparedness Commission claims that between August and December 2003, Ethiopia's food requirement was met. But my experience so far shows the food aid is not getting to where it's needed most. Even in the market, there's hardly any food. I get back to the village to find the food aid is finished and Mrs. Alamno preparing supper. It's wild cabbage again, and I go to bed hungry. Last night was really my worst night. It was like a nightmare. I mean, the bed bugs were all over the place. I mean, my bag, this morning I kind of took everything out, took out every book, every paper, pen, sprayed everything bit by bit, took them off my clothes, trousers, socks, everywhere they were. And I don't think I'm prepared to, go through what I went through last night. It's just unbelievable. What's worse, there's only cabbage for breakfast. I go down to the river to wash the bedbugs off with Alamno's oldest son, Desala. Morning, Steve Victoria, no washing. But don't worry. Gonna smell sweet for another hour or two. See, that's how they have their bath. That's what I don't like. Oh, take soap. They don't, believe me. Good, yes. Everyone here seems to be suffering the effects of a bad diet. This teenager has a bacterial infection. How long have you had it?
አገሬ ሩቅ ስለሆነ በጣም በለምነ በዚህ አንዱ ስለምን ወይ አላገኘው ያልን በራም የተነሳ ሁኔታም ከዚያ ቀጥሎ ደግሞ ያገኘነው ንጽህና ያለው ስለሆነ
እና ጨረቃ ደግሞ ስትወጣ ደግሞ እንዲያረግነ የምናከከው በጨረቃ ጊዜ ነው። በጣም ይነሳብን ነው በጣም
Don't you think by even washing it with, clean water, it will help? This 16-year-old has scabies. Severe malnutrition weakens the skin and makes it far more vulnerable to bacteria and parasites. It's really, really amazing the effect that the lack of food has on villagers here. Looking at this kid and his colleagues, seeing the diseases, the damages, the broken skins that they have simply because they can't get proper food or they can't even get enough, really saddens me because these are diseases that can easily be prevented or easily cured. These teenagers have been sent to live here by their parents to train as priests, but the church school doesn't receive food aid, and so the boys have to beg. We set off begging the next day. Last night I only ate cabbage and I've had no breakfast, nor have they. But we walk 5 kilometers to another village. After the long walk home, I find Getu waiting for me. He's desperate to improve his English.
Beef?
Yes.
Ox?
Beef or?
Beef or ox meat.
Have you eaten them? You know, like beef, chicken, fish, goat meat. Have you eaten them? Rice?
No.
But you know what is rice?
Rice?
Yes.
I don't know.
You don't know what is rice?
Yes.
How about fish?
Fish, I don't know.
You've never seen a fish?
Yes.
You've never eaten a fish? If people hear this, they won't believe you. They'll think you're joking.
But he's not joking. And it's another reminder of how these people are just surviving on a grim diet of injera, bean sauce and wild cabbage, and sometimes just the wild cabbage. I truly dread sunset in this place. I hate it when it's nightfall because that's when most of the children start crying and the adults coughing simply because they've had little or nothing to eat. Tonight there's nothing, not even the wild cabbage.
አዎ እንዴት ዋላችሁ በሚል ወቅት አንዱ አሞኛን አንዱ ርቦኛን በሚለኝ ወቅት ያው እቸገራለሁ፣ በጣም እቸገራለሁ። ስለዚህ እንዴት ሆናችኋል ለማለት አልችልም።
መጠየቅ አንችልም። አውቀን እየተው ነው መጠየቁን እየተው ነው ለችግራችን። ሙላው በሽተኛ ስለሆነ ራብተኛም ስለሆነ አንጠይቃቸው።
Get up in the morning, no breakfast. I'm told I've got to go to the farm. The alumnus farm turns out to be a small plot of land just behind their hut. We walk till about 1:30 when we have a piece of injera each, and then it's back to work. I was aiming to do like 2 hours. I only did like an hour and a half, and I can barely stand, you know. My eyes were like, I'm gonna fall, I'm gonna drop. My head was kind of going round, and my back, my legs were wobbly. What seems to be striking me about my host, especially Mrs. Alamno, is her ability to keep going under these extreme conditions. She simply won't stop walking. We're plowing, weeding, picking wild cabbages here and there. She just kept walking, not even thinking about taking a break, like a slave girl with somebody holding a whip behind her. And believe it or not, she's not eating a single thing. Yet this woman seems so at ease with herself. She seems so calm. I just don't know how she's managing it all. For me, even this is seriously hard work on an empty stomach. All I've eaten today is a piece of injera in the fields. I just pray to God, you know, that the wild cabbage, you know, I seem to dread so much. The wild cabbage, I don't even want to think about. Just pray to God, you know, I get it within the next few hours. I just need something here, just something. Later, the kids eat injera, but for us adults, there's only boiled wild cabbage. I'm so hungry I'd happily take food from a baby. It looks like I'm losing it. I thought that was for me.
Please. 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 Please.